Hello everyone, welcome to the 25th video of this channel. In this video I will answer a couple of FAQs, frequently asked questions. So, what do you want to know about nutrition and exercise?
Hey Toby. That's right. You said that we could come to you if we had any questions.
Sure.
The first questions are by Comet. How does one stay motivated to do healthy things but struggles to keep up with it? What you are talking about is about making routines and making a habit. All new things are difficult to do at first, but when you make a routine of them, they become very easy. It's what I did with my workouts. I just made a routine when I got home to start with my workouts before I could go relax. And this is just one of the examples. You have to work out what works best for you, but one book I can definitely recommend is Atomic Habits by James Clear. The same answer applies to the following two questions from MaxZone88 about keeping discipline on diet and exercise. In both cases it's about making it a routine and a habit to do something. The next two questions are by Pim and they are actually the same. The question is, are there good or bad sugars? Or in other words, are there any carbohydrates that are good or bad? And the short answer is no, there are no bad carbohydrates. It all depends on the context. Like if you would decide just not to eat because energy is bad, eventually you will die of hunger. So energy is inherently not bad, and the same counts for fats and carbs. It's more in the context of a deficit or a surplus that creates the issues that we're mostly talking about. The definition of health is a very complicated topic, and it's something I want to discuss in a future video. But the short answer of it is, it depends if it's good or bad for you. The next question is by MaxZone88, and it is, what are some things to look for in a healthy diet? That is difficult to answer, but I will give a short summary. It should be foods that are highly nutritious, rich in vitamins and minerals, and that are low in calories, because we live in a civilization that is abundant in food. It's way too easy to overeat. So it should be foods that are low calories. Think about your fruits and vegetables, but also lean cuts of meat and fish. The list just goes on. The next question is by Rick. How would you prep some make-ahead dinners for a busy week? Oh, that's very easy. Just make a bulk. If you are planning a dinner for tonight, just make it 2 times, 3 times. Just make a bigger amount of it and you can just package it and heat it up later for another day. If you do that with 2 or 3 different meals, you could just fill up the whole week. In other cases, I would recommend to do it on a restful day, like Sunday, if it's possible for you. The following question is actually by 2 people, Daphne and Jos. Which nutrients are you missing when you are vegetarian? Well, the most obvious one is a shortage on protein, because animals, fish and meat are rich in protein. But you also can get a shortage of vitamin B2 and B12, you can get not enough calcium and iron, and that is really something to consider when eating vegetarian or vegan. You can take a supplement, but I'm more a proponent of eating whole foods. The next question is by Sami. I want to become a vegetarian, but I don't like to cuddle with my cucumber. Is that okay? Well, are you in a pickle with them?
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal, I'm a pickle. What do you think about that?
I've got a question from Roy. What are the best muscle groups to train together? I love this question. There are 3 groups, which we often call with push, pull and legs. So you train the legs, you train the arms, and you train the back. And you can do these by doing compound exercises, like the bench press, a pull-up, push-ups, the list just goes on. There are different exercises to just train these groups of muscles, and they give you the most dividends in the shortest amount of time. I got another question from Fuzz. What's the best way to combat being underweight? Ooh, we often have the opposite problem, but what if you are underweight? Well, I have a tendency to say that you should obviously eat more than you expend, but this can go very wrong. You can eat stuff that isn't really nutritious for you. My recommendation would be to eat high energy dense foods that are still very nutritious. Think about healthy fats like nuts and olive oil, or healthy fruits like dried fruit, or healthy protein like milk. Those are very energy dense but still very nutritious for you. I also got a personal question from Daphne. Is beer healthy? Well, I wish it was. I think we all wish it was. But unfortunately, it's full with alcohol and alcohol is toxic for the liver. And it is with carbs, there are some vitamins in there, but it's very shallow. Overall, they are empty calories. The only argument I could make for beer is that it could help with your mental health for a social gathering. But drink responsibly. I've got a follow-up question from Sami. Which beer genre with alcohol would be the healthiest? Well, this is going to be a boring answer, but it is certainly not special craft beer. It has a higher amount of alcohol in it and with that also a higher amount of calories. If you want something that's low calorie with alcohol, you could go for liquors. And if you want to go with beer, you would best be off with a table beer or pills, a very low alcohol, low calorie version. Check out my video about mocktails if you're looking for something very tasteful without the alcohol. Here's another personal question from Daphne. What's your opinion about full-fat yogurt versus low-fat yogurt? Well, they're both very nutritious, but I would personally prefer the low-fat one. It is higher in protein and lower in fat, and you can get more healthy fats from other sources. I've got a question from Roy. How do you stay motivated to work out solo? Well, I understand that working out together is way more motivating and you can encourage each other, but if you want to do it on solo, I would go for PRs when doing workouts. Your personal record just makes it way more cool if you beat your record. And you can just keep building it up. I made earlier videos about this. Link in the description. Last question from Fuzz. I heard you are starting your own company where you assist people with losing weight. Can you tell me more about it? Well, as you can already taste from this YouTube channel, I'm sharing my knowledge and previous experiences with diet and exercise. I'm planning to start my own company and offering my services to help people lose weight or improve their body composition. I'm also looking into creating a course that people can follow on their own pace. So if you are interested in me helping you losing weight, improving your health, leave it in the comments or contact me through my email.
And remember, if you're not sure about something, rub it against a piece of paper. If the paper turns clear, it's your window to weight gain. Bye-bye, everybody!
So I hope you learned a thing or two about these questions and answers, and leave it in the comments which questions you would like to see next. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for future videos. I thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.